Shodaje Balaje Agima Chalahuk. Hello, friends and family of Mick. I just wanted to share some words about him. My name is Christian Parrish, takes the gun, aka Supaman. I want to share some words about our friend, our brother, Mick. But what can you share that his life hasn't already said, about him? His actions really spoke, um, more than words can say, on for his time on this earth. Impacted so many people, including myself. So the first time I met Mick was in fourth grade. He came into our fourth grade class and had this big old beard, and like came up to us and was greeting us and like shook my hand, like like made it hurt. And I was like, man, who's this guy? And all the kids laughed. We all laughed, and that's what he did. That was his first impression, with us. He came in and he brought joy and laughter to the class. In school, everybody's like sit down or whatever, but his teaching techniques were very different, and so we really, we enjoyed him there, teaching us about writing, and he kind of, we taught us about poetry, and then he said, "We're gonna put your poems in a book," and we're like, what? My poem is gonna be in a book? Wow, hey, we made it. We made it. It's all downhill from here. It's just like it was a big thing for us Reds kids to have our something that we wrote published, in a book, and that's what he did. He made us feel special. He made us feel special, like we were champions. Like we could do big things, by being in a book. And then he even took it further, and he said, he took a group of us to this conference and said, "Hey, we're gonna let you read your poem, that you did to a crowd in this conference." And I was like, "What? That's amazing!" And we get to read our poetry it's gonna be in a book to a crowd. That whole thing right there was like really a big part, I think, of me and what I do. Being inspired, as an artist, is like to be able to have that feeling of something I'm doing, has worth, and that's what he did. He made us feel special, and so did that, and it was, like I always keep those experiences with me because it was huge for me, even though I was so nervous, but we did it, and we kind of conquered it, and we took that step. But when it came to public speaking, we all know, that's one of the greatest fears is public speaking. And then I remember he gave me a gift after one of the readings or whatever, and he's just like, "Man, you know what? You got a gift. You're talented, and I'm gonna give you something." And I was like, "Oh, cool." I think it was at my birthday or something. We invited him over, and he gave me a typewriter. Like, you guys some of you don't even know what a typewriter is, but a typewriter, like you write, and it was huge back then, back old school. It was big, like this typewriter, like those things were expensive and things like that. So that was like really inspirational to me, to like have that and to like say, you have a gift of writing. Continuing on, go for it. Be a writer, become a writer. You could become a writer. He kind of gave us that inspiration. I was probably not the only one. That I'm just one person. These are native kids all over. Rez's galore that he inspired, and so those inspirations, they stuck with me. They stuck with me. Even took me on a trip down to San Francisco area. And I was a junior counselor at this youth conference or this youth camp thing, and that was huge. And then just later on in life, I started being, doing what I do, and I think that's a big part of it, and was him just saying, what you do is worth something. You can do it, and so I just want to, I thank him for that. I thank him for that he had that way of making you feel special and that you could do something great in life. And I'm sure there's so many. I'm sure there's some of you who are sitting there who have that same story of like, man, he made us feel that way. He inspired us, and so I just want to shout out Mick, man. Just thank you for all the inspiration, I know you're looking at us here and feeling good, about your time here on Earth. You were a friend. You were a friend to many, friend to my family, friend to so many families, and we thank you for your life. Who